The LGFA Division 1s had their round 4 this weekend. I'm going to start off with the game that I was actually at. I was at this game. Dublin beat Galway 16 points to 112 today. It was thrown in at 2 o'clock in Parnell Park. Now, Dublin did hit a smash and grab with this one at the end. They hit 5 of the last 6 points to get the victory. Galway started stronger. They went 2 points to no score ahead relatively early. And then they got the goal in the 15th minute by Linda Booth. That had them leading at halftime by a goal and 7 to 8 points. Dublin were trailing 111 to 11 points. Then, as I said, they hit 5 of the next 6 points to win the game. They were trailing by 2 points deep into injury time. Then 3 quick points in a row from Kate Sullivan, Orla Nolan, and a close-in free by Hannah Tyrrell got Dublin the victory. Nicola Ward hit a point for Galway deep into injury time. That put them back 2 points in front. I genuinely thought that Galway were going to win this game. I didn't see a way in which they wouldn't. But then, of course, Dublin hit their 3 points in a row and stole the victory. Like, very much did. But for Dublin, it's back-to-back wins now. They have really recovered from their back-to-back defeats to Kerry and Meath in rounds 1 and 2. Galway have lost all of their games. 4 defeats from 4. They really are looking like a team that could be relegated, especially when you consider that Waterford have got off the mark. And I mean, how impressive this is from the Daisha. They went away to Porky Rinn and they beat Cork by 2-12 to a goal and 6. Anya O'Neill with 1-2. Kellyanne Hogan with 5 points. Claire Walsh with 1-2 as well. Waterford were brilliant. Katie Quirk is also injured for Cork. And she's been the one that's done all the heavy lifting when it comes to their scoring. Cork, unbelievably, a team that dominated the All-Ireland Championships in the 2010s, are teetering towards potential relegation from Division 1 now after this. Because with Katie Quirk gone, I don't know who's going to pick up the slack and do their scoring. Waterford have shown fight in all of their games. They fought it out against Kerry. They fought it out against Armagh. And they showed that they were unlucky to lose those games. Cork got dominated in this one by the Daisha, and they will have a spring in their step going into other fixtures. Armagh made it 4 wins out of 4 as well. Absolutely incredible. Amy Mackin with 1-4. Kelly Mallon with 1-4 as well, as they beat Meath in Ashburn by 2-12 to 8 points. They absolutely dominated Meath. 10-point victory for Armagh. It's incredible. Amy Mackin comes back into the side. Armagh just go through the roof. Kelly Mallon as well has been fantastic. Blaheen is injured, unfortunately, but Armagh still have the likes of Aoife McCoy, Clodagh McCambridge. It's a brilliant Armagh team that I genuinely think are dark horses. And then on top of that, Mayo stopped the slide to some degree. They lost to Dublin last week, but they went away to Fitzgerald Stadium and got a hard-fought draw against Kerry. This stops Kerry's 100% record. And look, these both teams will probably face each other down the line. So maybe a slight bit of shadow boxing involved. Kerry 8 points, Mayo 8 points. It was an arm wrestle of a contest. Both sides didn't deserve to lose, and neither side did. Now, I'm going to run through the LGFA Divisions 2, 3, and 4, their action from the weekend very, very quickly. So let's go for it. So the LGFA Division 2, round 4, Cavan beat Westmeath by 1-4 to 6 points. Tyrone and Laois drew 2-8 apiece in Agaloo. Monaghan and Donegal drew as well, 2-10 to 113 in Emmy Vale. But Kildare beat Tipperary by 8 points to 7 in Banshee. And it's those type of results that just have me utterly convinced that there is nothing stopping Kildare being promoted from Division 2 as the top team. Kildare beat Donegal. They beat Monaghan. They beat Tipperary now. They've proven themselves time and time again that they are absolutely ready to go up to Division 1. They won the All-Ireland Intermediate Championship. They have players like Roisin Byrne, like Ellen Dowling. Diane O'Mara is a fantastic coach as well. Kildare are ready to go to that next level. And as I said, they're on a one-way ticket out of Division 2. No question about it. Then moving into Division 3's round 4, Down beat Antrim by 3-12 to 111. Wexford and Louth drew 10 points to a goal and 7. Clare nipped Offaly and beat them by 2-10 to a goal and 12. And Roscommon dominated Sligo in the West Derby, if you like. Roscommon 17 points, Sligo 8 points. Clare, as I said, looked the dominant team, to be honest. In Division 3, they look like definitely the team that are going to go out. All-Ireland Intermediate finalists last year. They were a hair's breadth away from beating Kildare. They probably will get out of Division 3 this year. Which brings us on to LGFA's Division 4. They had their round 5. Just look at this for a scoreline. Kilkenny 5 points, Fermanagh 10 goals, and 12 points at the MW Hire Training Centre in Dunmore. Fermanagh have been blowing teams away in Division 4. Kilkenny with suffering an awful defeat there. Fermanagh have the likes of Blaughin Bogue, Emer Smith, Brenda Bannon, but I mean, this was an awful, awful day for Kilkenny football. Fermanagh dominating. Derry then were on the wrong end of a bad defeat as well. Longford 2-17, Derry 3-5. Wicklow lost to Carlow by 11 points to 3-9. And Leitrim beat Limerick by 2 goals and 11 points to Ballinamore. Leitrim also continued their record, their absolutely insane record of goal scoring. They also hit 8 goals in one of their games as well against Derry. So for me, it is Leitrim and Fermanagh who will get out of Division 4. No question about it. And the leagues have been really, really, really interesting. Like the goal record that Leitrim put up, scoring 8 goals against Derry, was absolutely phenomenal. And yeah, I genuinely think that Leitrim and Fermanagh, they are the two teams that are going to go up from Division 4. Now, we'll move on to Camogui's Division 1A. Personally, I'm not a fan of teams like Cork, Galway, Kilkenny, Clare, Tipperary having B teams, because I think if you introduce that across the board, we will just have super counties winning the All-Ireland Senior, Intermediate and Junior all in the same year. Like, just look to a couple of years ago when Galway had a team in both finals. That's not something that personally I would want to see. So I'm just going to cover the Camogui's Division 1A Round 1 because they are the ones that are going to be relevant really to the championship, not the B teams of these sides. I know that there's teams like me, and I will run through those results as well from Division 2A. But yeah, so let's start with Kilkenny and Cork at Nolan Park. This one was always going to be a classic, and it's the current All-Ireland champions Cork who came out on the right side of the result against Kilkenny, beating them by 117 to 116. 8 points from Katrina Mackey was the difference. And yeah, absolutely fantastic result there. German Lee, first game in as new Cork boss, replacing the outgoing Matthew Toomey. Like, absolutely, that's the start that he would have wanted. No doubt about it. Also, Galway beat Clare in Cusack Park in Ennis by 17 points to 5. It's a great start there for Galway as well. Clare had players like Lorna McNamara who were all playing the Ashburn Cup victory, of course, for UL on that. But back in, and it's a bad start for the Banner County, losing to Galway. Carrie Dolan hit 5 points in this game, including 2 from play. They were 10-4 ahead at halftime, and they never looked back from there. In Keena, the All-Ireland finalists, Waterford got their league campaign off to a successful start, beating Tipperary by a goal and 10 to 10 points. It's also the team that Waterford beat in last year's All-Ireland semi-final as well. A first-half goal from the player of the year, Beth Carton, proved to be the difference as the Daisha got their victory to set their Camogie League campaign up and running on a high note. Guys, that has been the weekend recapped on Cluiche by myself, Séamus Brady, and John McMahon as well. Massive shout out to him. Go subscribe to the JMac podcast if you don't already. That's been me. Thank you so much for tuning in throughout, and thank you so much for the live comments. It really, really means a lot. Please subscribe, like, all that stuff. It really, really helps us out. We work hard. And yeah, until the next episode, guys, here on Cluiche, take care.